Hi everyone, hope all of you are doing wonderful. So, in this tutorial, I wanted to teach you guys about a PySpark problem. It is a very famous PySpark interview problem. So, let's move to the problem statement. So, the interviewer will give you a data set, or he will tell you to assume a data set about sales transaction, about every time something sold, a transaction happened, a flow of cash happened, every time someone bought something, about sales transaction. So he will tell you about all the columns the transaction it will have. He will tell you it will this might differ a bit, but it will be something similar to this. It will tell you it will have a transaction id which will be a unique identifier to each transaction. So in this table, it is a unique identifier. There is no two rows with same transaction ID. You got this? Got this? Now there will be product ID. This is a unique identifier for each product. There can be multiple rows with similar product ID. Remember this. Okay. Now there is quantity. For one product id, how many quantities were there? Let's say for product id which is uh, associated with apple, there were, apple is not a good example. Let's say a product id associated with pencils, and let's say the quantity is 10. Then the total amount will be quantity multiply price. For the price is uh, what is the price of one pencil, you can say, and timestamp when that person bought the pencils. I hope this is clear. Now let's move to how we can no, the problem statement is not yet completed, sorry for that. So your task is to calculate the total revenue generated by each product. Got it? And find the product that generated the maximum revenue. So you cannot just look into one row. You have to look into every single row which with, let's say, product pencil. You have to look into every single row which has product ID of pencil, and you have to then sum the quantity multiply price of every single row, because that is the total sold pencil, right, in each transaction. And then it will give total generated revenue for each product, and among them we have to order by or do something to find the maximum generating revenue. Let's move directly into python code. So I'm opening the VS code. First we will, I hope this is very understandable. So first we will create a Spark session. We will import some functions like call sum. Call is a function through which you can do different kind of functions with column, like multiplication, addition, or anything. And sum is for aggregation, and then this is for order by and all those things. So let's run this cell. Now move to the next cell. If you have a CSV file, he might give you a CSV file, which is not a general case. He will just see the logic. If you have a CSV file, you can read through this CSV file. I have just created a sample data here, which is a list of data, which is a list of so many elements here. Uh, this is the schema. Schema basically means column, and we are creating cell df. This is a PySpark DataFrame, which is a high level abstraction of PySpark RDD. So we will use PySpark.create DataFrame, and we will give one parameter as the data, which is in the format of list, and one parameter as the schema for all the column names. Now let's run this. Let's check through collect if it was created properly. Uh, let's see this. Yeah, it was created properly. You can see this is the transaction ID. Transaction ID is unique in each row. Product ID can repeat in different rows, and there are quantity, how many, for product ID 101 in transaction 1, he bought two quantities at price of 10.5 at this date. Hope this is clear. I try to explain this in the beginning as well. So I'm I'm hopeful that this part is very clear. Moving to the main logic, uh, treat this and this as separate. Okay, so here what's happening? First we will take sales df and we will create a new column revenue. This column revenue will have the multiplication of quantity and price. Quantity is 2, price is 10.5, so it will be 21 for transaction 101. The total revenue for transaction 101 in transaction ID 1 was this. This is how we will calculate revenue for each row. This is total revenue per row. Okay, not per product ID. Make make that understandable. Now what will we do? We will group by product ID. So let me open whiteboard for this so that I can explain you more perfectly. Let's open whiteboard and VS Code parallelly. Remove this part. Now try to understand here what group by is doing here. I will try to make you understand. Sorry, I think we cannot. Can we? Yeah, we can make it more small. Great. So what group by is doing here? Group by product ID. So let's say we group by product ID. You will group by each product ID for 101. How many times 101 come? 101. Then again 101. How many times it is there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 101, 101. So it is there 4 times. Now, uh, in first transaction it has two quantity. In second, it has three. Third, it has one quantity, and fourth, it has two quantity. We group by, we took 101 at one place, and now we will understand the prices will remain same, 10.5. Okay, so the revenue will be here, it will be 21, right? Here how much it will be? 30, 31.5, right? Here it will be 31.5. Here it will be 10.5, and here it will be again 21. Now hope this is very understandable. After grouping by this, what we are doing an aggregate function on revenue. We are calculating the total sum of all this. This will happen for each and every, and we are creating a new column which is named alias. Hope this is, I try to explain uh, in simplest way possible. So now run this cell. What is the issue here? Run this cell. Now let's see what happens. If we add this, how much will come? 42, right? 1, 43, and then 53, 54. I think 74. Is it correct, guys? Anyway, here it will show. For product 1, it is 84. Okay, I'm a little off. 84. Let's calculate again. 40. Let's just take the first one of all of this. This is 80, right? 40, 40, 50, 80, and then these three, and then these two. It's 84. See, for product 1 it's 84, for product 2 it's 140, and for this is how group by works. It's group for each of them. We already had this part, we already had as a revenue here, because we did the multiplication, right? We did the multiplication. It will come it will come for each and every rows. We did the multiplication and we found the total revenue. Okay, so this is how we got the table by looking at the glance, because the number of rows are very low. We can easily say the highest selling product is product number 2, right? It might be, let's say, erasers. It might be erasers in a market. So this is the higher in a shop. This is the highest selling product, and let's just see which one is the highest selling product. We'll take the only the first row, because that's what we need. We'll use this order by on. This is a method on PySpark DataFrame, and we'll order this by descending total revenue. So by ordering descending total revenue, 140 will come on top. Let's say which one it's give. Okay, here we are already printing. You can see here only. So the product with highest revenue is Itna, and total revenue generated is Itna. Hope this tutorial made sense. If you want me to explain in a bit different way or anything, I'm always there for you guys. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot. If you want this code, just let me know. I will attach the code also. Thanks.